Hey guys, what is going on? Payton here once again. Thanks for joining me for another episode of my Manchester United career on FIFA 14. We are kicking things off with a fixture in the Premier League against Aston Villa to be played at Old Trafford. As you just saw the league table, it's looking good at the moment. We're starting to pick up those results. We're on a run at the moment, and I think if we keep on going, it's going to start knocking Chelsea a bit. They're going to start worrying. They're going to start picking up those bad results, and they're going to be losing points, obviously, and hopefully I can leapfrog them and then put the pressure on Liverpool and try and leapfrog them as well. And come the end of the season, hopefully we can see the likes of Vidic and Rio lifting that Premier League trophy. But in this game against Aston Villa, Rooney went for a shot on goal. Too many defenders in the area, but the ball landed at the feet of Tom Cleverley, who doesn't always get on the score sheet. He made it 1-0 to United within 8 minutes of the game played. Great start for United, off to a fly just like we was against Bayern Munich in that first leg of the Champions League knockout stages fixture. But I wanted more. Nice little back pass there from Rooney, keeping that quick tempo in the game. But Aston Villa look to put an end to the attack. Nani comes in with a sliding tackle. At least it wasn't a red card. And Rooney with a great opportunity to make it 2-0 within half an hour. So United, they were off to an absolute flyer in this one after that goal was scored by Tom Cleverley early on, within 10 minutes gone of this game. And I truly believe that this was going to be one of those games where goals were scored, shots were taken, and it was just an all-around sensational game to actually be a part of. But it wasn't. It really wasn't. I mean, we were stringing our passes together, great attacking movement, but nothing was coming of it. We was unable to convert those chances into goals. And so the full-time score was 1-0 to United. We did pick up the 3 points, but I did expect better, especially when it came to scoring goals. Nothing came from Robin van Persie in that one again. I think he's gone something like over 5 games without scoring a goal. That's just horrible for a player like Van Persie. But anyway, we move on to our next fixture to be played once again in the Premier League at the Hawthorns against West Bromwich Albion. Whether it on FIFA 14 or in real life, whenever Fergie took his United side to the Hawthorns, it was always a tough test for the team. And I was expecting that one to be the case in this one. That was my starting 11 for this game. Got De Gea in goal, Rafael, Rio Ferdinand returns to the team, Johnny Evans, Evra, Fellaini, Carrick, Januzaj down that right wing, and Kagawa slips in just behind Wayne Rooney. Evra slot the ball through the legs of Gira, finding Fellaini. Nice little layoff there for Kagawa, but he just couldn't find Fellaini with the 1-2 there. But it was positive stuff, and we was getting closer and closer to grabbing a goal. Januzaj almost made it 1-0 to United if it wasn't for Macaulay being in the right place at the right time, just knocking that off the line. Could see an opportunity here for Evra. What did I do? What was I thinking? Why did I go for the finesse shot? Probably should have gone for the pure shot there with Evra. Probably would have made it 1-0 early on in this. I thought there was going to be a card dished out for Kagawa, but it was Logano who got the yellow card after taking Kagawa once the ball had left his feet down to the ground. And so we had a free kick. Gave this one to Kagawa to swing in, and he did just that, picking out the head of Rio Ferdinand, returning to the team and grabbing himself a goal just before half-time. So that certainly was going to make things a lot easier come the second half. And we could build from that. Nice little header from Rio, who doesn't always get on the score sheet. It's very rare, actually, that you see Rio on that score sheet. I know he scored against Swansea last season, but it's not very often. In the second half, Zaha came on to replace Januzaj. Good decision as he found Hernandez in space. He is flying at the moment, Hernandez. He's on top form as he made it 2-0 to Manchester United, 77th minute. And what a nice finish as Foster was unable to save it. The ball does curl into the top corner there, or just about the midway. Doesn't really matter. It was a goal. It was 2-0 to United. And that was the full-time score, thanks to Rio Ferdinand opening up the scoring and Hernandez getting himself on that score sheet again. And I am seriously considering replacing Van Persie with Little P Hernandez at the moment, because Van Persie is not helping himself. He's not opening himself up to getting those goals. Whether it's just the way I'm using him, I'm not too sure. But there is the league table. For our next fixture against Fulham, we are now level on points with Chelsea. They must have lost their last game as they dropped all 3 points, but we're level. And we're playing against Fulham in the Premier League. There is my starting 11, having to play Lindegaard for this one because De Gea was out due to lack of fitness. And I have faith at the time that Lindegaard could come in, fill that position, whilst De Gea was out on the sidelines. Also, we had the likes of Ryan Giggs. Van Persie started this game as well. I think maybe 3 or more 4 chances for Van Persie to prove his worth in this team before I do replace him. I think that's fair enough. Until I do replace him with Hernandez. Check out Ryan Giggs here, almost as though he's in his prime once again, with a nice bit of skill. Had a shot in his weak foot, his right foot, but Stekelenburg managing to knock that one past. I thought that was going to be an early goal there, just like previous fixtures against Bayern Munich and Aston Villa, but unfortunately not. Had another crack on goal, another shot from his right foot, and check out Van Persie here. I thought this was it, this was his opportunity now. Went for a shot. I know it was a tight ankle, but the referee comes in. I thought it was going to be a penalty, but what? The yellow card for Van Persie. How is this so? Check out Hughes. Comes in, tackles Van Persie, stops him from having a shot on goal, stopping the play, and that was a yellow card apparently. Anderson lobbed the ball over the Fulham defenders, found Van Persie perfectly, who smacked that on the volley. Very reminiscent. If it had gone in, of the goal he scored in real life against Aston Villa. Would have been amazing, that. Fulham did open up the scoring, but it was offside. Fortunately for Manchester United, Ruiz would have been the goal scorer there. So it was still 0-0 in the second half. I wanted to change that. Phil Jones on the overlap for United, floats in the ball, trying to pick out the head of Danny Welbeck, but doesn't succeed. But the ball falls to the feet of the Ryan King, Ryan Giggs. 1-0 to United, 49th minute. Magnificent goal, and he just puts his laces through that ball and it just floats into the bottom corner for United in the Stretford end. 1-0 to United, and we can now push on, maybe go for a second goal. Don't want to come out with another 1-0 win. Vidal finds Nani nicely there with a through ball. Nani, great chance, but Stekelenburg just sticking his foot out there from the volley from Nani. There's a lot of volleys going on in this game, wasn't there? Van Persie having that chance in the first half. Ryan Giggs scoring the goal. And Giggs, on the 89th minute, grabbed himself the second goal of the game. He was on for a hat-trick now, but there just wouldn't be enough time, unfortunately, for Ryan Giggs to get his hat-trick at Old Trafford. Would have been nice, but take a look at that. Usual paint style, changing direction, and smacking that one past Stekelenburg into the bottom corner. Ryan Giggs on form, but unfortunately, with Ryan Giggs being in top form, he wouldn't start this game against West Ham in the east of London because obviously he was lacking fitness. He just wasn't up to this game as he's getting older now, and the stats on FIFA say that he can't do it. But take a look at the league table there. We are now in second position, 2 points clear above Chelsea. Wonderful position to be in. There was West Ham starting 11, and the main guy that we had to watch out for in this one would be not only Stuart Downing but Andy Carroll. Andy Carroll was the guy we needed to watch out for. Here was my starting 11. We've got the likes of Lindegaard, who starts in goal yet again after keeping a clean sheet against Fulham. We got Carrick Vidal as well, starts in the central mid-role, and Nani and Young. Kagawa slipping in just behind Wayne Rooney. With just under 10 minutes played of the game, Vidal goes in and takes away the legs of Demel. I thought it was going to be a red card here, but Vidal gets off lightly and is given a yellow card. Take a look at that though, such a vicious tackle. But Demel manages to get up onto his feet and play on. And with just 5 minutes remaining of the first half, Stuart Downing swings in a threatening cross, and Andy Carroll smacks that ball in an impossible angle. And what was Lindegaard doing? He probably could have got a hand to that, I'm sure, and put that one over for a corner, but wow, what a goal. Such power behind that shot. And it goes into the top corner. Let's take a look at that again. Takes it away. What was I playing at with my defenders? It was 1-0 to West Ham. As soon as we kick off again to restart the game before half-time, Jarvis was allowed to freely take the ball down that left wing, swinging across. They are deadly at swinging in crosses. And so my Man United side were on the receiving end of a spanking from Andy Carroll as he made it 2-0 before half-time. Wasn't looking good for my United side, who needed to get back into this game. As you saw the league table, we are 3 points above Chelsea. If we lost this and they picked up another one, they'd be then level on points once again. So we needed to sort this out big time, but time was running out for United. And again, West Ham on the attack, looking to make it 3. And Andy Carroll almost got his hat-trick if it wasn't for Rio Ferdinand. I was positive that was going to go into the back of the net, but at the last minute Rio was there. And look at this run from Zaha, leaving the likes of Reed and Rad in his wake, beating them, but unfortunately there was no one in the box to support him. The ball landed at Fletcher, he gave that one to Rooney, outside the box, had a crack, trying to get back into this game, but Adrian just tips that one over for a corner kick. Nothing came of that. Zaha could see Vidal making a move down that right wing. He had the ball in his possession, floated it in, picked out the head of Hernandez. He made it 2-1. United were back in this game, but it was scored on the 81st minute. So that meant there was only 8 minutes remaining, including injury time, to go and get another goal and walk away from West Ham with just a point. I would have took that. And that unfortunately isn't what happened. West Ham were able to hold on to their 2-1 lead and picked up the 3 points. As you can see though, a bit of a consolation. Liverpool dropped all 3 points to Cardiff City. Guys, that's the end of this video. I do hope that you've all enjoyed. See you in the next one.